Hi, today I want to show how to use two-way component binding to build complex forms. So in this demo, I have a form in app component, and this form is consisted of two Angular components, app person form and app address form. Each component has a form in it, so I can use these forms to input first name, last name, street 1, street 2, city, and country. Then I can use the technique of two-way component binding to share form values back to app component. When app component receives these form values, it can use the form value to construct the final form data and display the form data in a alert model. In real life, the form data can send to server side to perform server side operation, such as saving user information in a database. So let's see how I tackle this problem. To save time, I have already import JSON pipe, form, person form component, address form component, and forms module. I'm going to use a template-driven form to build this form. It's because these input fields are very simple. They don't have complex validation rules. All of them are required. Therefore, I'm going to display error message when the input fields are blank and dirty. So let's go to a person form component. I'm going to use a template driven form. So I want to import forms module and ngif. Now I want to export a form as a person form. To do two-way binding, I need to declare input and output event emitter. First name, output emitter is first name change. The type is string. I'm going to use ng model to bind value, and in ng model change, I want to call emit value. This method accept the current input field value, a key, and whether or not the form is valid. It's because I want to enable a submit button when both person form and address form are valid. When these forms are valid, I know the input values are available and valid, and I can ask app component to construct the final form data to be displayed in the alert model. And then I want to expose a person, sorry, first name control. And I want to display an error message when the first name input field is blank and dirty. errors required, and first name control, and display the display error message. First name is required. Now I want to complete the emit method. If key equals to first name, then this dot first name change. This dot first name change emitter value. And then I want to add another event emitter to emit the value of person form dot person form dot valid. It's a boolean. Let me do the same thing with last name. Let me copy it. Let me clone first name and first name change to last name and last name change. In emit value, if key is last name, I use last name change to emit value. Let's see. Okay, so error messages are displayed accordingly. Now I can use the technique of two-way component binding to bind the input field. The input fields in person form with instant members in app component. So let me bind first name to user form dot first name, and then bind last name to user form dot last name, and emit the value of its person form valid to assign to its child person form valid instant member. Yep. When I type values in person form, the values are automatically displayed in the pre element here. It's because two-way binding allows me to bind the value of first name and last name to user form dot first name and user form dot last name respectively. So I want to change the condition of disable. So the button is disabled when is child person form valid is false. Mm-hmm. Not working. Why is that? Yeah, let me debug it. Oh, sorry, I've ng form. Try again. 1, 2. Okay, it's enabled. So it's working when person form is valid. Submit button is enabled. So now I can do the same thing to app address form component. Similarly, I import a forms module in ngIf. Expose the form as address forms. Address form has 4 input fields. So I need to copy and paste 4 times. City, change, country, and country change. And this is address form valid. So let me copy the logic of emit value from person form component to address form component. don't forget to update the key. I just need to do it 3 more times. Let's see. Let me test the address form. So okay, so the error messages are displayed correctly in the address form. Now I can bind the input field in address form to uh address form object in app component. It's not difficult, just a lot of copy and uh copy and paste work. So when its address form valid emit a Boolean value, I assign the Boolean value to its child address form valid. And the submit button is disabled when its child person form valid is false or sorry. Its child address form valid is false. So let's see. My street 2, my city, country, my street 1. First name is John, last name is Doe. Okay, submit button is enabled. When I clear city, the submit button is disabled. So let me put maybe Sin City. Okay, the submit button is true again. So when I click the submit button, ng submit calls handle submit method. So in here I can construct the form data. And then I stringify form data and display the string in the alert model. So let me save the static repo and try again. So first name is Mary, last name is no, Mary. Layer street 1, street city, country, submit. Okay, in the alert model, I can see the final form data. So and the result is what I expect. So that's it. This is how I want to show one use case of two-way component binding. I can use this technique to pass form values from child components to parents component, and the parent component can further process the form values by constructing the final form data and displaying the end result in the alert model. So in real life, this object can be sent to server side to perform server side action. So that's it. So I hope you like this video and learn something at the end. So thank you and goodbye.